It's Will Chase again with ChaseNCredit. Love saying that. ChaseNCredit. Back here again, still at the Porsche Hotel in Atlanta. Love this place. Still meeting with some clients that flew in, helping them with their business credit strategy from out of town. It's going good. I'll be out of here today. But I wanted to share some more information about how credit cards being closed can affect your credit. One thing that can happen is some of these credit issuers can do their daily, or not daily, but maybe monthly or quarterly scanning, and they may find you a risk, right? They're allowed to do that if you look at a little fine print and they see that you're over leveraged or that you apply for too many cards or whatever the case is. They're allowed to do that if you look at the little fine print, and by doing that, they're allowed to close your account, right? As the bank, as the issuer, or whatever the case is, they're allowed to close your account. Now, I know you don't want to hear that, right? Because you could just get a letter or get a little notice on your app or whatever the case is and say, hey, your credit card account is closed, right? Or try your credit card, it don't work, right? And now you know what's creek without a paddle. So, because you still owe on a credit card, because it's usually probably going to happen when you got a balance, and they got a right to do that. Still got to pay that amount back, but your card no longer you can use to charge more on it. So the problem with that is now it's going to show up on your credit report that the account is closed, right? And this is the thing. It's not going to show up on your credit report that they closed their account. It's not even going to show up on your credit report that you decided to close your account. It's just going to show up account closed, which is not good either way. And by it showing up on the account on your credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, personal credit, that account closed, it just looks bad across the board. And because it looks negative, it's not a good reason why anybody would close their account. And then when that happens, now you got to make some moves. Now, and one, you got to go back to the bank and you got to be like, hey, please, I need my account back open. And they can do some kind of investigation. They can do, whatever, do their due diligence, whatever process they use to try to open the account back, if they want, if they choose to. But you do want it open back up. And by doing that, whatever, they could lower your amount. There's a couple different things they can do, but preferably you want the account open back up so it doesn't show account closed. But the other thing it's going to do is, one, it's going to lower your credit score, right? Because it's going to show account closed. It's also going to lower your utilization because that's revolving credit, right? It is going to do that because, say, for instance, you had like we talked about in another video, if you had a $7,000 credit limit, and say, for instance, it was a zero amount that you owed, it's just gonna snatch away $7,000 you had available credit. So that's gonna lower your revolving credit availability, which is going to bring down your availability, which is going to increase your utilization. So that's going to probably take your credit score and bring it down a little bit. Hopefully just a little bit. Hopefully. So those are the things that's going to happen if it's them on the other side deciding to close your account, right? So these are the things that can affect your credit score if if a credit card is closed, either by you or by them, right? Same thing with fraud. So these are the things that you don't want to happen. Hopefully you don't get in that position. Hopefully things are smooth sailing. But I just wanted to put a little tidbit out there about the things that can happen when you're dealing with a credit card that ends up being closed, right? So hopefully you don't get put in that position, because it will get counted against you, especially while you're trying to build your business credit, right? These are the things you don't want to deal with. So here you're trying to climb this mountain. It's like having your foot on your gas and your brake at the same time. That's not good. You're not going anywhere, but you hear the engine revving, right? So, what we're dealing with here is something you got to be doing, and that's chasing that credit. At the same time, you got to be monitoring your personal credit. So these are the things you want to be working on, right? These are the things you got to be working on, and you got to be conscious of them, and you got to be staying on top of it. So every day, get out there, be chasing that credit, be on top of it, so you can do the things you want to do, so you can make the moves you want to make, so you can advance your business. But you got to be working on your personal credit too, right? Get those credit monitoring systems in place so you can stay on top of it. So get out there, get on your grind, be chasing that credit, and I hope y'all have a great day. And we'll be talking to you soon, probably tomorrow, right? So watch those credits. Make sure whatever you do, don't close those credit card accounts, because you will need them. Use that length of time that's there. If it's 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, keep them, especially if they're positive. Keep them, right? So chase that credit. Talk to y'all tomorrow.